Let's have a listen.
So we were sort of talking about the situation of the coronavirus and how it wasn't a very nice situation, but how good things were coming out of it. And I found a little bit a story about a similar kind of situation. So if you were answering that question, if something bad happens, something good will come of it, you could answer it by saying, well, actually, it's all up to you. It all depends on how you approach the situation. But here's a little story to have a think about. There's a legend that King Solomon set his most trusted advisor, Benaiah, a task he believed was impossible. He said, "There's a special ring I want you to find me. No matter how bad I feel or how dire the situation is, this should make me feel better." Let's think. Oh no, you don't need that bit. So sorry, that's me about my things. Benaiah left Jerusalem and he toured the whole world looking for this ring. He visited many holy men, but nobody had heard of such a ring. In fact, most of them thought the ring did not exist. So that got him thinking, how could a simple ring change a man's mood? Benaiah gave up looking and returned to Jerusalem, feeling disappointed that he'd been unable to find this ring. But just as he was about to come home, he passed through a market where he saw an elderly man who had various bits of old jewellery on a shabby carpet. In his desperation, he asked the man whether he had heard of this magical ring. The elderly man replied, "Yes, I have. It is right here." And he handed Benaiah an old, scrappy-looking copper ring with 4 words engraved on the inside. Feeling pleased with himself, Benaiah gave the ring to King Solomon, who actually smiled when he read the words on the inside of the ring. And it read, "This too shall pass." He realised then that no matter how bad the situation is, it would pass and things would always get better. And it dawned upon him that all his wisdom and fabulous wealth were just transitory, and that one day he would turn to dust. So we learn from that story that no matter how bad a situation feels, there are always things that will change. And there's a little quote that says, "A little thought and kindness are worth much more than a great deal of money." So Benaiah, he kindly found this ring that wasn't the one that was an impossible task to find, but it made the king realise that this kindness was worth more than all the money in the world that he had.
You write something recently of like this. I'm just trying to remember. I'm sure in one of Chris's sessions recently, or something he wrote recently was like about a little act of kindness being worth more than.
Yeah. Than what? Yeah.
He did, didn't he? Can you remember what it was? My mind's gone blank. I'll have to look back, Chris. But you did.
Yeah, I don't think I've got. Yeah.
You did that just recently. It was more or less a little quote from Chris, wasn't it?
I think, yeah. I haven't got bits here,
yeah.
but yeah.
I'll have to call up your notes on the screen and have a look in a bit. Yeah. The eyes are closing a little bit here.
I thought he looked like he was.
Yeah. We'll just carry on talking softly and yeah. So so the moral is, doesn't matter how bad things are, that it will always pass. So just like this coronavirus might seem bad now, everyone knows that it will pass. Oh, eyes opened again.
I did see a little movement then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what sort of things during the lesson were you going to discuss with Chris? We can make a note of them, and then I might be able to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was a few words that first of all, I think I was gonna let me just go through the session. So because the king set this impossible task, I was just going to ask Chris what that would tell him about the kind of man King Solomon was, and or you could ask why he would set such a task. Why someone would set someone an impossible task.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting question, that, isn't it? Why would you set someone an impossible task?
It made me think myself. Like, I was just writing down one question, then I asked what kind of a man sort of would he be if he was doing this? Would he be, nasty or? But then I thought, but why would you ask somebody to do something that you already knew was impossible?
You're kind of setting them up to fail, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
Are you doing it to sort of test their character, to see, I
mean, he was obviously not expecting him to come back with a ring, and then he did come back with something. So it kind of all.
But if he'd come back with nothing, then what would he have done? I wonder.
Well, I presume he wasn't a very nice man, but I don't know.
No. Would he have said, chop off his head, he's failed in the task that I asked him to do? Or maybe, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. And had he not been lucky and got that particular ring with that engraving in it, I mean, say it was just an old copper ring with no words engraved, I wonder what the king would have said there. Would he have believed that this was the ring of happiness?
I suppose Benaiah could have made up a little story about it, saying that this man gave him this ring and it meant 4 things, and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, but so you could twist it round to, it being, it doesn't matter whether it's a beautiful gold diamond encrusted ring or an old tatty piece of plastic even. It's the beliefs that you held about it that are important, and if you were to believe the story behind it and what was presented, then that would be all that's important, and it's like people, I suppose it's like you can liken it to things like people carrying around with the Christopher Columbus thing. Not Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, St. Christopher.
St. Christopher.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Where are you off to? Come back. Yeah, if you're ready, we can do some chatting. Come on. Come on then. That's all morning. All this fighting and squealing.
There you go.
All this fighting and squealing doesn't get us anywhere, does it? Just gives Mum a headache. It does. Look at that face. Alone. Right, go on then. I am SO Oh. Oh, go on then. Make me feel bad. I am sorry. You're making Mum feel bad. I know, I am sorry. You're making me feel bad now for saying that horrible thing about you.
Oh.
Oh dear. Come on, let's just have a little try. You've told me that you need people to help you, that will push you, even in the challenging times. So that's what we'll do today. We'll just push a little bit to help you through this. Come on. But you're walking out on me again. Come on. Right, the time is only 1:20. It's only 1:20. That's it. Have a little jog. Close that door and come back in. There, come on. There. Okay. So, what do you want to say about this legend and the ring? What do you want to say about it? Anything profound? Sit forward. I-T-H. That's good. That's very. Oh no, that's not so good. T-H. That's better. I. Go on. N. After the N. K. I think.
Oh.
I think. Oh, you can do it. I know you can do it. I think. T. H. E. I think. They. We'll just do one word at a time. I think the. Go on. K. A KM won't make sense. Do the K again. Is it the king? If it's the king, yeah. Well, if you're trying to say the king, go to the I. That was the next letter in king. Go on, we're just practicing. It's important to carry on sometimes, even when it's a bit hard for you. So, move my hand. Sit forward. More accurate look. So you did K. I, that's good. N, and then the G's there. I think the king, something about the king. Shall we answer the question, Karen's question, what sort of a person the king was? I think the king. No grabbing, no grabbing, no grabbing. I think the king. I think the king is. You're just swiping all over the board, so I don't know what you're trying to tell me. E. B. Okay. E-B. E-B, you tell yourself. I don't need to do that. E-B. I. E-V-I. I think the king is evil. Oh. I think the king is evil. Sit forward a bit and then you'll find it easier. That's it. So, if you sit forward, then you what's that?
Oh.
What are you looking at? There's your pajamas. Pajamas.
They're for later, aren't they?
Yeah. I put them in for later. Okay. I think the king is evil. Anything more to say about that or finished? M or F? Finished, okay. I think the king is evil. What else were we going to discuss, Karen?
Well, I mean, we were talking about why he might set such an impossible task for somebody.
Why do you think then? Why do you think he might do that? S, that would make sense, as he might set that task. So I'll make a sentence for you. He might, let's see, I'm helping you. Set that impossible task. There we are. Look, I've done all of those words for you. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might set that impossible task. So I've done 6 words. You try 6. As a W A. Oh, as a W A. You're on to word number 3. W A. As a way. That's 3 words. As a way. O. Of. As a way of. T. Go on. E. T E or S. S. T. As a way of. That's part of the word, not a whole word. Come on. As a way of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I did 6. Let's complete your side of the bargain. It's a deal. He might set that impossible task as a way of. You put test. I N G. Testing. T H E. The. Testing the. What? Testing the. L. Okay. Was that O? You need to sit forward so I can see. Testing the. Try with that. So you want the L again? Go for it. L. O. Oh yes. Y. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. A. L. Oh, very good. T. Y is a way of testing the loyalty. O. Oh, very good. I like it. T. H. E. The loyalty of the. M. Go on. A and N. Oh, that's a very good point. As a way of testing the loyalty of the man.
So I'm just going to get a charger for the phone.
Oh, okay.
Has he gone downstairs?
Okay. Oh no, he's just in the other room. Sorry, I was waiting. I thought you were still setting it.
No, I've plugged it in now. I wasn't sure whether I'd got any volume after I'd plugged it in.
Right. Yeah. Come on then, Chris. Let's just listen a bit more. Yeah, we can do it together. I'll help you. You do a little bit. I do a little bit. Karen can help as well. All right, just tell yourself, I'm going to get through this. Just another 30 minutes. Yeah, another 30 minutes. What else could we discuss about this?
Where did we get to? So then, after talking about him setting the task to find the ring, and the king saying no matter how bad he feels or how bad the situation is, it should make me feel better. So giving the man sort of a really good reason to go and find this ring for him. I thought we could just look at some words from above. And it was, I was going to take trust from his trusted advisor, and impossible from impossible task, and then special from special ring. So we could take any of those words. You don't have to use all of them, just today, whichever ones we think.
Okay, come on then. Let's have a go. Come on. Well done for coming back. Well done. Can you sit down? Well done. Proud of you.
Oh, there you go, Chris.
So we can help each other. You've got a slipper on your hand now. You might well be pointing with the slipper. All right.
That works.
If we were going to take a word, and that word could be either trust, impossible, or special, which of those words would you like to talk about? The one beginning with S? Very good. We'll look at that one. Special. Special can mean all sorts of things, can't it? Can be like a special occasion, like a birthday or a wedding anniversary or some sort of celebration. Can be a special outfit that you've got that is really important for you. I wonder what's special when you think of the word special. I wonder what it means to you, Chris. E. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's okay. That's just going to pass. It's just a little impulse. So you've done ES. It might be that you wanted the ES, or it might be that you changed your mind from E to S. I don't know. T. Okay, we've got TT. All right, let's just reset a little bit. Think about it again. So you've done ESTT. Have a little walk, have a little think, and then come back. Something that is, maybe just think of something that is special to you. Oh, careful. Kneeling on a ball with one knee. Very stable, is it? Come on, think about something, let's just make it easy. Something that is special to you. Something that is special to you. My, that's a good start. My, up you go. My something is special to me, or my some things are special to me. You're just going to fill in the blank. My F R. Oh yeah, that's a good one. FRI. Go on, E. After the E, next letter after the E will be. Come on, I know what it's going to be. Touch the E again. E, then. Go on. N, D, S. Very nice. My friends are special to me. My friends are special to me. You've got your photographs of your friends up on the blackboard, haven't we? We've got a photograph of Aaron on there, haven't we? When you went to the safari park.
Oh yeah, that's it. You're having a picnic, aren't you? I think.
Yeah, and there's, I think Sophie's on that one as well. I think Dean might be in the background there. My friends are special to me. Have you got a sentence, Karen, with special in it?
I have some, like, a special collection of things that remind me of Louis when he was little, like a special box full of memories, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, all of my, I like all of my special photograph albums that I've got that I do every year that remind me of all the memories. So to me, memories are special.
Yeah, I think that's what, yeah.
We'll just carry on and try and do a few other things. We'll make it easy. Look, see how easy that was? It was easy, wasn't it? Come on, let's do some other easy things. Yeah, I know you're finding the pointing quite challenging today, but just doing the odd word here or there isn't going to be a problem. Or we could make it into a crossword or a word puzzle or something. Come on, let's just try. Oh, I'm going to try these other words. Oh,
Oh, having a light.
He's having the pressure now on his tummy. Okay, so I'm thinking about the word trust. So we could just make a sentence with the word trust in. I'm going to think of one. I'm going to come up with, is it always wise to trust people? That's just food for thought for you, Chris. Is it always wise to trust people? We can have a little discussion about this another time when you're more able. What would you say, Karen?
Well, I was going to say it is important to have trust in your friends.
It is important to have trust in your friends. But sometimes, has that trust been misplaced, Karen?
Well, those are not your true friends, are they? But I know what you mean. You do. You can. It's easy to trust people, and then find out that they're not as trustworthy as you thought.
Yeah. So sometimes it's important, maybe not to have too much trust. You have to know who your true friends are if you're going to put a lot of trust in them.
Yeah.
But I suppose, you could think, well, is it better to trust someone, and to look at the good side of people and maybe sometimes be let down and have that trust broken? Or is it better to not trust anyone ever and just be really suspicious of everyone? I think I'd prefer to be the first one.
The first one, I think, because otherwise you'd become a bit, I don't know, of a recluse, not putting any trust in anybody, wouldn't you? You'd want to do everything for yourself and not have any help from anyone, and it would be very weird not trusting anybody, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it's kind of a mutual process, isn't it? Trust. It is about two people mutually trusting each other. For example, I trust that Karen will you know, when things are normal anyway, I trust that she's going to come to do your sessions, that she's going to let me know if there's any problems, if she can't make it. And I just kind of expect that to happen, and I expect that she's going to behave in a trustworthy way. And I expect that Karen trusts me as well as her kind of employer, although I tend to think of us more as being friends, really. But you trust me to do the right thing as well, don't you, Karen? You know, to look after you and pay your money and all the rest. And to be fair. So where trust is involved, it's usually a mutual thing between two people. Do you have anything that you wanted to say about it, Chris? I H. Go on, is that A or F? No, I G. Okay, I G. I G. Go on.
Oh.
I G. I G. I E. E. I give. I give. Go on. My. I give my. Go on. T. R. Go on, you're doing great. After the R.
Mm-hmm.
U. Go on. S. Go on. T. I give my trust. T. O. I give my trust. Oh, I'm listening, Rodney. Write that one down. This is really good. I give my trust. We're just all sharing our thoughts. To L O T. To lots. Yes. O. To lots of. P. E. Very good. After the E, finish it. O. After the O, just one letter at a time. P. L. And finish it off. I give my trust to lots of people. Yes, you do. You have to, really, don't you, Tom? I suppose, because lots of people. You're in a situation where you do have to give your trust to lots of people. It's just going to the other bed.
Yeah.
Because you rely on them to do things for you, things that you're unable to do yourself.
Yeah, I never really thought about it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, so Chris has to do it more than most. Yeah, really rely on people to trust them to do the right thing. Yeah. So that was trust. We've done special. Let's walk off to the other room now. Can you hear us? Yeah, come on then. So we'll talk about the other word. We'll talk about the other word, which was impossible. Impossible. So the king set an impossible task because he knew no such ring existed. What would your take be on impossible, Karen? What do you have to say about it? We all have to think about these things, Chris. You come and sit down. We all need a little bit of time to think. Yeah, impossible.
I think I'd say actually that nothing is impossible if you try really hard, you know, to do it. It's not that the task is impossible, but I wouldn't class things as impossible to do. There's always a way of sort of working at them and trying to do them. But I do agree with that it's an impossible task that the king has set. In fact, it's not on these notes, but I'm sure I wrote a quote somewhere about impossible that I found, and it was something about nothing is impossible. This was not on this session. This was on This was on another session.
It is interesting, Chris, because there's different ways of thinking about these things. So you can have the attitude of nothing is impossible. So, you know, you try and try and try to do things. But another viewpoint might be that some things might be impossible for you. So why even try to achieve them? Why not just set something that is more realistic for you? You know what I mean? Just as a
task for one person might be impossible for Chris, but you need to set like a realistic goal that makes the task achievable rather than
because if you feel that something is absolutely impossible, you don't really have the motivation to keep trying. You know what I mean? But if you
you wouldn't if you thought you were never going to achieve you know that task, then it would give you any encouragement to keep going, would it?
Yeah, I mean, some things you might, but it is interesting because some things you might think are impossible and they're actually not. So you might at some point think it's going to be impossible for me to learn how to ride a bike. But then with stabilizers and practice and practice and practice, you find that you can achieve it. So sometimes it's down to your personal perception of things, and you shouldn't let that hold you back. But sometimes, I think you do have to look at the big picture and think, you know, is this a realistic thing for me to be striving towards? Or should I strive towards something that is still going to stretch me, but that is actually achievable? Mm-hmm. Have you any views on this word impossible? Maybe if you sit forward, it would be a bit easier. I'm just suggesting, that's all. Just suggesting something that might help you. Otherwise, you might find this pointing is impossible today.
Oh.
I'm. O. Okay. F. I'm off. I'm off. Was that T or O? T. Okay. I'm off T. H. E. I'm off the. Okay. O. Go on. After the O. I'm off the O. I'm off the O. That's better. Lift that elbow up there. I hold it there. P. I. N. I. O. I'm of the opinion. I'm of the opinion. Now you've got your arm locked. No, you don't need to guys. Lift that elbow up when you got it propped. It just doesn't work. I'm of the opinion. T. H. A. That. M. A. Go on, this is good. I like it. M. A. N. Oh, good, yeah, that's good. That many. P. E. O. Good. P. E. O. Next letter, next letter. P. L. E. Let me write that down. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is your opinion. I'm of the opinion. Opinion that many people what? G I V V after the V. O wouldn't make sense. Touch V again. You've got that elbow resting again. Lift your elbow up and get your finger down. See if we can do it that way, like that. Okay. Touch the V. V. Give. You. Give up. I. F. If. T. This is good. If T. H. Keep it going. E. After the E. E. Y. If they. F. E. Very nice. F. E. E. L. If they feel. Many people give up if they feel. T. H. E. V. G. Go on. O. A. L. I. S. I. Go on. Go on. M. Doing well. P. O. S. S. I. B. To the B. L. And E. Yeah. I'm of the opinion that many people give up if they feel the goal is impossible. Well, we got something there, didn't we? That was good. Well done, Chris.
Do you know, when he's sitting there, he's actually looks like he's kind of smiling, Sue. So although you're not seeing it and he's finding it really hard, he still looks really happy, and you know what I mean, or happy that he's doing it and achieving it.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You know, we are giving that little bit of a push today, but you know that is helping you to achieve something, Chris. So we've just gone to the toilet, I think now. Got about 5 minutes left, Chris. Yeah, about 5 minutes left. So we'll see if there's any final thoughts. What else were you going to expand on, Karen, if there's one more thing?
Let me see where we got to.
One more discussion point, Chris.
Oh, so there was either, I think we went through, I can't remember where we put it, so that I think this might have been an opinion of Benaiah, because he left Jerusalem and he'd been all around the world, so he'd be described as being determined. So he could either use determined or the fact that most of the holy men thought the ring did not exist. So I was going to use the word existence. Or where else? Trying to find my words now. And then at the end, about the king realizing that it wasn't all about his wisdom and his wealth, so you could choose wisdom or wealth.
Right, Chris, come on, there's lots of options here.
Well, I just circle all the words in my text as I'm going through now as ones that we could possibly talk about. Or
Chris, where are you?
he's gone down.
Bathroom. In the bathroom. Come on then, let's just pick one of these words to finish. All right. I'll let you choose one. So there's, look, there's determined, existence, wisdom, or wealth. Which one would you pick? Wisdom. Wisdom. Do you want to start? Or do you want Mum to say something? Do you want to start, or do you want... So you can do Chris starts, or Mum starts, or Karen starts. Oh, Karen, it's you. You've got to start saying something about wisdom.
Wisdom. I think I would put something like, as we grow older, so our wisdom grows with us.
Now, are you going to go, or shall I go? Ooh, A. An. A. Go on then. S. S. Good, this is good. And ASS. U. M. P. T. I. O. N. An assumption. Oh, I like this. An assumption. D. H. A. That. O. L. D. That was good. D. The old. What? Mama? E. The older. I. Go on. Is an assumption that older is we're nodding off then, so come forward. The older is W. This is good. I. S. E. R. The elder is wiser. An assumption that older is wiser. We're nearly done. Come on. Older is wiser. I is N O T is not. Is not. Is that A? Yeah. Go on, go for the A. L. W. Go on then. Oh, it must be A. A. Y. S is not always. T. R. U. All the way up. E. An assumption that older is wiser is not always true. That's correct, Chris. There are some right idiots who are people.
well, I hope my wisdom is growing as I get older, but I'm not saying it for everyone.
It's an interesting perspective, Chris, because there are many people who say that, you know, our older people are a wasted resource because we don't use their wisdom enough. And yet, you know, if you listen just to Sun or Daily Mail readers, then you don't really want to listen to their wisdom, do you?
No, I suppose it depends where the wisdom comes from.
Yes.
The meaning behind the wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, he has definitely wandered down now. I think I did say it was 5 minutes there. Okay, so that was quite an interesting session. Let me just stop that there.